It's time for Down on the Corner with Dale Hoffman, North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, Down on the Corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas, Southern Missouri. It is Wednesday, September 18th, 2019. It's 7 a.m.
Whoop, whoop.
There it is.
It's the way to start the morning, though. You got to have a little whoop,
Got to have a little whoop whoop in there.
There you go.
It's hump day.
It is.
Am I hearing the monitor?
Oh, probably. Yes, you
Yeah,
are.
there it is.
I got headphones on. I can't
Yeah, I was
tell.
hearing a little bit of an echo. I thought, we don't have any reverb in here. Anyway, good morning. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Scooter Callis. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing good
Yeah.
this morning.
A little
Can't
bit
complain.
of fog out there this morning. It's kind of low.
It's not bad, though.
No,
I
it's not
mean,
bad.
you got a little bit. I mean, the humidity's there, but it's still a nice morning. So
And so it warmed up a little yesterday.
it got warm
It got
yesterday.
warm.
I'll give you that.
Yeah.
The good news is it's cooling down. The
It's
bad
cooling.
news is it's going to bring some rain with it. So
Well, I
which
could
may
use a
not be a
little-
bad thing
I
right
could
now.
use a little bit. The front yard's a little bit brown. I need to green it up a little bit, you know. Anyway, welcome down on the corner program, brought to you by Brood Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Brood Awakening with 3 locations to serve you Mountain Home. We've got Balmer Boulevard, which coming up on 7:02 in the morning is going to be getting busy between now and say 15 before 8. We got 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness, and of course Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby. Mike and his staff at all 3 locations do a great job. Cinnamon rolls, they've got breakfast items and
Oh,
snack
they got
items.
everything.
Yeah, I mean, you've been
Their
out there.
cinnamon rolls are huge.
Yeah.
They're good.
You had one, Jeff?
I'm not.
Oh, you got to
Oh,
get
they're
Put that
good.
on my list.
Yes, but it's a meal all its own right there.
Check them out. Brood Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you right here in Mountain Home. Like I say, Mike and his staff do a great job. And always look forward to another round of Brood Awakening Coffee. If you want to try some, come on down to the TV station. We're at 1226 Commerce Drive right here in Mountain Home. Where's Commerce Drive? Pizza Hut, Pizza Inn, go north. We're on the right-hand side past the meat shop. So come on by sometime, have some coffee with us. Brood Awakening Coffee. If you're not drinking Brood Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. And, of course, the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Homes. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. In the state of Arkansas, there's 29 to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. But you can hear, talk to Bruce, Charlotte, Chris, Brad, and we think, funeral home, really? It's like 7 in the morning. I want to, well, you know, one of these days. I went through it last year. They know what they're doing.
You need to go ahead and plan it out. And I know it's a tough.
What he said, yeah.
It's a tough subject.
It is. It
but
really is.
listen, it's a fact of life. Everybody's got to deal with it. And you would rather set your wishes and do what you want done now and get everything planned than a loved one have to deal with it in a really bad time and loss in their life, you know. So,
You know, the one thing, I'd love to be taken to the cemetery in a 57 DeSoto.
okay. I don't know what else to say. Okay.
What?
Put it in your.
Deer eyes in the headlights. I'm like, where did that one come from? Seriously, though, Roller Funeral Homes, when the need arises, talk to Roller Funeral Homes. Very professional, caring, loving. They know what they're doing. They can lift a huge burden from you. So, Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, I know I do this quite often, but I can't emphasize this enough. Lord, please keep our schools safe. I know it's just mid-September. School's been in session for a month. Students are settled into a routine. But overall, I don't understand why shooting at students in a school could even enter into anyone's mind, but it does. Lord, keep our schools safe. Keep them free from evil. Lord, across this country, we seem to stay on edge contemplating who's next. Lord, I pray you take the fear away, give our schools peace, and keep them safe. It's my prayer today. Amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day with all our respects. Roller Funeral Home.
And now,
Brace yourself.
Dun, dun, dun.
You've been
The
practicing.
weather.
Wow.
Hey, that one actually hit it. That doesn't
Wow,
happen
did you
too
oil
often.
those little stops on that trumpet?
That usually doesn't happen too often. Hey, we're gonna pick on her. I'm gonna go ahead and go widescreen so we can watch her sit down. We got a live show
We did
going
that
on.
to
But
Senator
Gonna make
Flip
it
on the other day.
awkward.
don't worry, we'll wait. Are you good? Can we continue? Sorry, I had to do it.
Kids in their backpacks, I'm telling you, you gotta find them in the morning. It's a struggle sometimes.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
And try to get to 4 or 5 different schools.
Ooh. That'd be rough.
Have you ever done 70 through town? Guilty. Corey, you didn't hear that. Corey Manuel, Sheriff Montgomery. Yeah. Oh, anyway, where was that?
Just write them a ticket. Just write them a ticket. Shut them up and write them a ticket.
With no seatbelt, yeah.
All right, weather. We do have a live show going on
Oh, we
here.
do, don't we?
Yeah.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda's Adore for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net.
You
Fog.
ready?
Is it fog?
It's
it's
actually
not
not
bad.
that bad. It's a very, very pretty
It's not
shot
bad.
this morning.
You can actually
that's
see
beautiful.
the top of Cotter right now. You're looking at the White River from Marion County, the edge of the White River from Marion County, looking basically east-northeast a little bit. To the right horizon will be the city of Mountain Home. To the left is the 62-412 bridge coming into Cotter.
I'll put the winter shot on here. We've got a winter
Put
shot.
that in
but
parameter. You can see where the bridge is at. You can kind of get some, it's got some,
But from the view, to me, it looks like Cotter Island, so that's what I call it. Call it Cotter Island. You got the bridge, get over to it. But it's a beautiful
that's a
shot.
beautiful
That is
shot.
a
The
very,
sunrise is
very
beautiful
nice
like that with
shot.
the fog. The other
I
morning, it
I
looked
was
like
looking
it
at it
flying.
earlier, and it had about the same fog layout, but the lights were on, and you could see the lights through the fog, and
What time
that
was
was
that?
beautiful. When we first got here,
Oh,
when I
this
was
morning,
I was
didn't-
keying it all up and getting it all ready, you
No, I
could see
didn't.
all the lights and lights across the bridge. It was actually a very pretty shot.
beautiful.
What's really cool is when they got festivals and things going on, you can actually watch it from this and
You
see
know, I
all
think
the
I
people
see
and
some
all
of the
the
lights
stuff.
on.
There may be a few
It's-
of them
yeah,
on there, but
some
you
on-
could see them shining through. It was really pretty.
Oh man.
You guys can log on anytime.
Yeah, go to retiredtoarkansas.net. Can't miss it.
Yeah,
It's,
watch the cam. It's going 24/7.
it is.
And she's coming in, I believe, on Monday with
Yeah.
Bob, and it's going to walk her through some of the stuff they have on their website, and
Oh yeah,
it's pretty
forgot
neat.
about that. Bob and Linda's Adore for all your real estate needs, buying, selling, need some property, Arkansas or Missouri. They have the team from Marshall to Mountain View to Mountain Home, Harrison, Zanoni, Missouri to Gainesville. Check them out, the Z Team, Bob and Linda's Adore, 870-405-0793, retiredtoarkansas.net. I want to get on to some of those friends of mine in St. Clair County, Illinois, and St. Louis County, St. Louis. Y'all getting ready to retire pretty soon. Come on down. Call the Z Team, 870-405-0793. Temperature-wise, we're at 70 degrees in Mountain Home, 67 in Flippin, 69 in Harrison, 67 in Yellow. Salem checks in at 68, Calico Rock at 70, 60 in Mountain View, Arkansas. Around the region, St. Louis is at 71, Poplar Bluff at 73, 68 at West Plains, 72 in Branson, and 57 in Watford City, North Dakota. Wow. On the radar, and I was listening to Bob and Brad this morning on KTL, and they're talking about that tropical storm. There it is, showing up in the Gulf Coast right there at Texas. They got flood watches, storm warnings, stuff like that, and they say that could affect our weather. Have you heard anything on that?
I have not.
Now, I just caught it this morning about 5:50 or 6 o'clock this morning. So thank you, Bob and Brad, for telling us about that. Anyway, shower activity in the northwest part of the country. We have it in Oregon, Idaho, and Washington. North Dakota, and we got it in Minnesota towards Iowa, and nothing right now in Arkansas or Missouri, but you do see that tropical storm in the Gulf Coast affecting southeast Texas and east central Texas, and they say that could affect us later on in the week. So let me go ahead and take you ready for the Little Rock stop.
Yep.
Okay. Picking up some humidity in the delta part of the country south of Jonesboro. Other than that, Highway 62, 412 east and west is clear. 65 Little Rock north and south to Branson. Highway 67, 167, Little Rock, Poplar Bluff in good shape. Interstates 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas clear at this time. Anything picking up around West Memphis?
No,
Yeah, it's
we've
just-
got nothing in Arkansas or Missouri.
Just humidity. These radar
Yeah.
stops for the National Weather Service are so intense that they pick up the dew
Picks
point.
up, all the humidity, and you may get a little bit on your windshield. When you hit those green areas on
Over on I-40.
going
Around
in by
Augusta,
West
McCrory,
Memphis and
Wynn,
through there. But nothing's really coming down.
State of Missouri, we'll take a look at St. Louis and see. Same thing up there. We've got a lot of humidity. I-70, Columbia to St. Louis, then east to Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. East St. Louis, Illinois, east on I-64, Mount Vernon in good shape. I-44 coming in from Rolla, the 103-mile trip to St. Louis, no problem there. Sykeston, Cape, on into St. Louis, I-55. You see I-24 at 57, just north of Carroll, Illinois, no problems at all. And southwest Missouri is going to be changing between now and Friday. A lot of humidity, but nothing hitting the ground right now. Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield on I-44. Kansas City, I-70 east to Columbia. Bob Seeger's going to be in Columbia, Missouri on the 3rd of October.
Really?
You a Seeger fan?
I'm a Seeger fan.
He's going to be at the university up there.
I do.
Yeah. Yeah, I just found that out the other night. Well, let's see. What do we have here? Watches and warnings. You can see the Gulf Coast. That's about the only significant warning right now that's really affecting anybody. Got some heat warnings, of course, in Nevada. Duh. Isn't it a desert out there? I left Las Vegas one morning.
How did they get a heat warning? It's always hot there.
It was 4:30, 4:45 in the morning. I'm waiting for the shuttle. I had a 7 a.m. flight out of Vegas. It was 97 degrees at 4:45. Yeah. So, anyway.
Nah, that's crazy.
Other than that, we've got, they're already, you remember I-29, I'm going to jump on here. So I'm going to Missouri Department of Transportation real quick.
All right, go
You ready?
ahead.
Okay.
I'll follow you.
Because,
go ahead.
Okay, this is what I found out. They're already anticipating closing I-29. If you can see the cursor.
You want to turn off that pop-up that's in the bottom right-hand corner of your screen?
Gil, I thought Gil fixed that thing.
There we go.
Okay, right here, I-29, they're already anticipating closing part of I-29 in southwest Iowa because of the showers that are anticipated for this week. Now, let me go back to this other map, and you can see the light green along the Missouri River coming down here.
Yeah.
Beware. I-29, they talk about
They've
closing.
already shut it down earlier in the spring when they had all the flooding,
yeah,
remember?
in the spring, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, beware. North of Kansas City, going in near Council Bluffs, Iowa, Omaha, Nebraska, they could close I-29.
We just get a bad area of flooding through there.
Yeah, it's been all summer long. Today, hot. Tomorrow, hot.
But then it's going to cool down and got some rain
looky
coming
there.
in.
50% chance of showers, high of 81 on Friday, low of 68 Friday night, 30%, Saturday 30%, all the way through Sunday with some shower activity. Highest temperature will be 84 degrees on Sunday. We get down to 69, 68 degrees. Other than that, it's going to be today and tomorrow the last round of the hot weather. Checking iDrive Arkansas for you. There's only 2 little red dots. There's some slow traffic right now. Take 2. Rewind. I-40 between Conway and Little Rock, they got traffic stopped. They have some slow areas here and some traffic stopped on I-40. And then the last 2 little red boxes are the washouts and stuff from the flood earlier in the year. One more time with with Missouri Department of Transportation, still working on Highway 142, Bakersfield, Thayer to Mammoth Springs, Arkansas. That's wrong. Bakersfield, Thayer to Doniphan, Missouri. And then this area right here is what they're anticipating north of St. Joseph to close down if it floods. Other than that, no problems in Missouri. Allergy sufferers is 7.8 today. Ragweeds, chenopod, and nettle.
Those nettles will get you.
Those nettles will get you.
We have no clue. Does anybody know what a chenopod or a nettle is?
Well, there were stinging nettles when I was a kid in the fields.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, go walk through the fields and there'd be, red whelps on your legs if you had shorts on, as a kid.
Okay,
I don't know if that's the same thing or not.
Huh, interesting. Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Community calendars brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. Best lunch, best breakfast in town Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11.
Got one of your favorites this morning, breakfast burritos. Big, fat, juicy. These are handmade, awesome burritos. They are big and massive and full of goodness.
They're excellent.
Come with an order of hash browns, only $5.88. For lunch, you've got a choice between ham and beans or liver and onions. Both come with 2 sides. Roller cornbread, $6.88. Can't beat it. Mm-hmm. Stop in, grab you a cup of coffee, grab you a slice of pie, hang out, enjoy life a little bit. That's what it's all about.
I love downtown.
I'm
Saturday morning, come down there, have a cup of coffee about 7:15, have a breakfast, just kind of lay back and just relax. And so many friends come in and out all morning long. It's a lot of fun. So check them out, Old Time Restaurant on the Square in Mountain Home. See what we got going on September 18th, the Bread of Life Kitchen at Word of Life Church, 310 South Main Street. We'll have their free dinner from 3 to 5:30. Donations are accepted. The Disabled American Veterans Auxiliary Twin Lakes Unit 30 monthly meeting, 1 to 2 p.m. at Good Samaritan Society at the Heinz Willett Center. And the meeting's from 1 to 2 o'clock today. Grief Share at First Baptist Church continues tonight at 6 o'clock. For more information, call Rob Bryant at 501-316-7496. Karaoke and dinner Friday, October 18th for the Van Mater Senior Center. This says 2. You're invited to the Van Mater Senior Center. Adults are $10, kids $5, 12 and under. Doors open at 5:30. This is salad, chili with all the trimmings, dessert, coffee, tea, and lemonade. Fundraiser for the Van Mater Senior Center, October 18th. Hey, it's a month from today.
There you go.
You got anything, Scoot?
I ain't got a whole lot. I know the high school football team, they got a bye week this week, so they are off.
Really?
Yeah. This is their
Day
their off week.
Really?
So,
Isn't that rare in high school?
it is.
Wow.
It is. The 7th and 8th grade is going to be on the road this week. They are headed over by Paragould, so Greene County Tech. So they'll be battling over there. And XL7, we're headed down to Mountain View.
And
we'll
who
be
are they
filming
playing?
that
They
game.
host?
Yeah, I don't remember who
Salem?
it is. No,
We'll have to look.
Harrisburg. I think it's Harrisburg.
Oh, yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Harrisburg.
So it'll be Mountain View versus Harrisburg, and we'll be broadcasting that one live, so you can watch it right here.
All right. Also down on the corner, we do
Yep.
there's like 3, you got what, 3 live feeds?
Yeah, we've got Hometown Television, we've got XL7 TV, and then down on the corner.
We'll throw it here.
Yep.
Time for a break, 7:16. Going to be talking about Bridge Bash. A lot of fun
Whoop,
coming
whoop.
up. Be right back.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home. When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop.
In 2014, I had back surgery, and I had always been told that chiropractic care, once you have that, is not possible. After coming up here to see Doc Osgood, I've learned just how much it is helpful, and I find now that I can do a lot more activities like mowing the yard, or even my job as a sports reporter. Going to the games is not a problem anymore. I don't have near the problem that I used to, and as I keep progressing, I think it'll get better and better.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox, safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension, handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
$7:21. We want to welcome Angela and Jeff here talking Bridge Bash, and it's at the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas.
Perfect.
Hey,
You got that the first time. I'm impressed.
we didn't have to.
I mean, I'm knowing you. I mean, I'm really impressed. But
So how y'all doing? Good to have you all here.
Doing good.
So when's Bridge Bash?
This Saturday,
Big day.
21st.
Coming up.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hope it cools off.
Well, I hope it cools off, but let's also hold off on that rain you were talking about.
Yeah.
You know, give us till Sunday. Let that rain come in on Sunday.
That'd be fine.
Yeah.
So how many years has Bridge Bash been going now? It started just kind of a small little thing in Norfolk under the bridge, and now you're at ASU?
Yeah, we're at ASU now. This is our 9th year. And in the first 8 years of Bridge Bash, we've actually been able to provide over 3.8 million meals in those 8 days. Now, there's a lot of work that goes in ahead of time before the day actually happens, but basically 3.8 million meals in the first 8 years. It's come a long ways since that first year under the bridge there in Cotter, and you know, just kind of hoping that someone would come and hang out with us on a Saturday.
3.8 million meals.
That's right.
Have you ever seen this all get done?
Yeah. It's just like
it's amazing. They got tables. Everybody's got their little thing they do, and it just goes down the line. And it's amazing how many you guys can do in such short amount of time.
Yeah, we'll package 100,000 meals on Saturday alone, and really that happens in about 4 hours. We have 4 one-hour shifts that happen throughout the day. A whole group of folks. What is it, Angela? About 600.
Yeah, all day, 150 a shift. And I think Patty says typically they're done by that last shift. Yeah,
they finish up. There's still a little bit to do during that last shift, but they finish up early. So, pretty amazing stuff. They have an absolute blast while they're doing it too. So it's little kids all the way up to grandmas and grandpas, and so you've got teams or groups there that are maybe Sunday school classes or church groups, or maybe it's your business or your Rotary or Civic Club, and it's just a hoot.
I think they try to compete a little bit too, so you can get it done faster.
You were talking about, I didn't mean to butt in.
Yeah, go ahead.
You were talking about, I know before we went on air and stuff about you remember sitting there with the family and doing green beans and corn. And to me, it's kind of the same scenario where you got a bunch of people just, they're hanging out, they're talking, they're laughing, they're whatever, but everybody's working for a purpose.
Yeah.
And it's just...
And when you keep your mind up what you're doing, you move faster and probably just as efficient if you're trying to study it.
It's actually impressive just to...
That's a good point.
From an outside looking in and watching all this go on, it's impressive to see. It's really cool.
Yeah, it's always good to see people come together, like you said, for a common cause and to make a difference. In addition to the 100,000 meals that we'll package on the event day, where our goal is to also raise enough money to provide 500,000 meals. And basically, for kind of perspective, that basically takes care of the distribution that we will do during November and December of this year. So, you think 600,000 meals, that's a bunch of food going out the door, but that's basically about a 2-month period at the food bank.
How many counties do you serve through the food bank?
We have 9 counties, basically Boone and Newton County over to Sharp County. You're about 1 or 2 counties off of the Missouri border, south of the Missouri border. Wow. 38,000 people in that service area that depend on us for food some point during the year. Not all of our clients come every month. In fact, if you look at it, the average is that folks will come about 6 months out of the year. They typically will not come when they don't have to. So if they've got seasonal work or if their income taxes just came in, those are the kinds of folks that are going to back off, and they'll say, when we say, hey, we missed you last month, they're going to say, well, I didn't need it and someone else did. And so they'll step back. It's really amazing to watch that happen and to make, just kind of makes you aware that they're also making sure that they're not overusing or abusing the system as well.
I'm sitting here thinking, when you're riding a bicycle, occasionally the chain's going to miss a gear.
Yeah.
Going to miss a tooth. How do you keep it running so smooth and not miss that?
Lots and lots of great volunteers.
How many volunteers overall, you think?
We have about 20,000 hours of volunteer service at the food bank alone. Now, we have 80 partner hunger relief organizations that we serve across the 9 counties. And so when you look at all of those volunteer hours at the local pantries and soup kitchens, you're talking somewhere close to 100,000 hours of volunteer service in the 9 county area in a year.
Unreal.
Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, you've got people all over that are spending their lives making sure that others have plenty to eat. Mm-hmm. It's a great thing.
This is 2019. Why do we have hungry people?
Yeah, Jesus said the hungry or the poor will always be with you, right? So, there is that.
And I know I'll pick on 2019 for being wet.
Yeah.
The corn, wheat, maybe, Missouri, Iowa, Nebraska, maybe parts of Illinois, but.
I'm not going to get too philosophical on you, but I think poverty and hunger is a man-made issue, and I think that we can solve that. If we've created it, we can solve it. That being said, we're somewhat 40-some years into the war on poverty from
64.
Yeah. So we've got a lot of work to do. I am pleased to say that this year, for the first time, hunger statistics are back to pre-recession numbers in Arkansas, at least. And so we're headed in the right direction. During my 10 years or so that being at the food bank, we've gone from 1 in 3 children that are food insecure to 1 in 4 in our service area. And honestly, if you look at specific counties within our service area, those numbers are actually 1 in 5. But as a whole, we're at 1 in 4. So we've made some progress here in the last few years. We've got a lot of work to do.
Angela, your thoughts?
He knows all of our statistics a lot better and all that, so I'm going to leave that part to him. But yeah, hunger,
So when you're working the food bank, just what goes through your mind? Do you visualize who you're helping, or you just stay focused on?
We do get to see, so where we work at in Norfolk is the warehouse. So we don't typically get a lot of people that come in there. We normally try to send them to a pantry so they can get served better. But we do get to see some people firsthand and be able to help them.
Yeah,
definitely.
And I think that someone said the other night, maybe Monday night, I guess, at a meeting, that we all have smiles on our faces all the time, and what's going on at the food bank that makes y'all so happy?
I know.
And it's this passion, right? I mean, like, we're passionate about making sure that others have plenty. And you get to go to work every day and help somebody. Hey, give me that. I like that.
Yeah, it's the best feeling.
Wow. Scooter?
It's just amazing for what you guys do, and I know that you do so much with so little, and that's the thing. Without the volunteers and the donations and the community supporting you guys wouldn't be. I mean, this would never happen, but you guys do so much for so many people, and it's got to be rewarding at the end of the day. And I know it's hard work because you got so much going on to keep track of and keep it organized and everything, but at the end of the day, when you can lay down in bed and have that peace of mind that you may have helped X amount of people, I mean, there's got to be, it's got its own rewards, I'm sure.
Yeah.
There's two levels for me. It's first and foremost helping someone else, but then it's also almost equally exciting to be able to help someone get involved in the program and watch them start to help someone else. So, like, if I can get you involved and I see that you're feeling that heart thing that happens when you help someone else, I get you rolling and volunteering and coordinating some services to folks, then that's really cool too.
That's amazing, because in this community, and I know I'm for one, when you're blessing somebody else, you feel blessed.
Oh yeah.
And when you can give that gift to somebody else, like you're talking about right now, it's a great feeling. Not just helping the individuals that need the food, but being able to allow somebody else to get the same feeling of blessing and everything that comes with it.
Yeah. Hey, you were talking about how we do so much with so little. Let's just remind people too, every dollar donated to the food bank provides 7 meals.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy? It's like, how do you do that?
Yeah. So
I just spent $11 last night at Subway.
I know.
Yeah.
For yourself, not for anyone else.
That's 77 meals, by the way.
Yeah. So every dollar provides 7 meals.
Well, think of what he just said. I spent that's 77
meals.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that Subway meal, if we just took one of those out a week and donated that money to the food bank, we basically are making a way for 2 people in our community to get at least 1 meal a day for a month. Okay?
Man.
Yep.
So of that dollar that you donate to, we use 95.5 cents of that dollar on our programs of food distribution and education. So we're distributing about 3 million pounds of food a year, just shy of that a little bit, but close to. And then we're also graduating a little over 1,000 folks through our education classes of how to shop nutritiously and cook nutritiously on a budget, life skills, job skills, and so forth.
Man, that 77. You don't even think twice about that.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, $1. Nobody thinks about, $1's not enough to give. It definitely is.
Yeah.
If you have $1 in your pocket.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
It's incredible. It is.
Time for a break, Scooter?
Yep.
7:32. Be right back.
Thank you.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Leamac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity and hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Rechtenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference. 7:35, talking with Angela and Jeff about Bridge Bash Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. And I want to go back to the, just kind of like, really, you know, I spent $11 last night, exactly $11. And it's, how'd you say that?
77 meals.
That's amazing. So when you talk about eating nutritional meals, and you're teaching, you do job skill stuff too down there? Yeah. What are we lacking?
Some basic stuff, job skills wise.
Such as?
Well, like when we work with the Chamber of Commerce and with the Mountain Home School District and ASU, and then with our HR partners in industry, we're looking for skills that are basic communication skills, how to collaborate with one another, how to communicate with your peers, but also how to communicate with your supervisors. Some basic stuff like, how do I use a tape measure? How do I use rulers? How do I use calculators? You would be surprised at the number of people that don't know how to read a ruler or a tape measure. And that's kind of a basic thing that several of our industry leaders need here. I'm really proud of ASU and the work that they're doing with the Tech Center. A lot of those skills are being cared for. Really proud of the work that Alicia Chinskowski and others are doing at the school system, trying to prepare our high school students to go into the workforce here. Some good stuff going on there.
It was about a year ago, we were talking about successes like at Care Center Ministries.
Yeah.
And I elaborated on job skills like replacing the socket on a lamp.
Sure.
And somebody got on Facebook and said, "Are you nuts?" You know, but there are people out there that can't replace the socket on a lamp.
Sure.
And so, I could never do that. But I think you can.
Yeah. And I think a lot of the change, like when I went to college, it was kind of a given that all of us went to college and that was the path, right? Well, we're looking at a whole generation of folks that are retiring and have been retiring for the last few years, and there's some basic skills in, I don't know, industry, not industry so much, but like heating and cooling, and how do you repair an engine, and there's some skills that way, technical center skills that we really need to start replacing workforce with. Mm-hmm. I know Benny Magnus several years ago flew the helicopter out to my mentoring class at the high school here in town, and he was saying that all those helicopter pilots and all those mechanics that work on the helicopters, those were Vietnam vets and they're retiring. Mm-hmm. That's a whole line of folks. So our truck drivers, same thing. We've got a generation of folks that are retiring and have been, that are leaving those truck driving jobs, that we need to be teaching people how to drive a truck.
I was talking to somebody not too long ago. I got to put brakes on front of my vehicle. You put your own brakes on? Yes.
Yeah. You can come do mine sometime.
You look at when we were younger and graduated high school, when you looked at college, it didn't have the tech stuff.
No.
I mean, it was strictly a business type.
Yeah.
You're getting your degree, you're doing whatever, and you look at now where I think people are seeing that of, oh my gosh, we don't have these job or people to fill these other jobs, and now you're seeing the colleges and stuff starting to put these tech things in the welding and the different things to try to get that workforce turned around and get the people that can do that.
I graduated in 1976 from Mountain Home. About 3 weeks before graduation, the counselor had 2 or 3 classes together, and he says, "What are you going to do after graduation?" I said, "I'm going to sleep all day." And he said, "You're not taking it seriously." I said, "No, you're trying to sell me a piece of paper from the University of Arkansas." That was the whole thing. You got to go to U of A. Got to go to U of A. Well, you may want to go to Conway Mountain, but you can go to U of A.
Right.
It was go to Fayetteville. That was the trend.
Yeah.
But I was working with Sears at the time, and they said, "Would you like to learn how to do front end alignments on vehicles?" Sure. To this day, when it was time to do some maintenance, take the front end out of the vehicle, put the front end back, line it back up, and drive it.
Yeah. Yeah.
You look at the opportunities they have today, we did not have back then. You look at especially Mountain Home and the surrounding areas with the Promise program and the stuff for the colleges. I mean, with colleges now having all the tech stuff and you're crazy not to get some form of education after high school. Yeah. I mean, the Promise program helps you pay for it, and
even in high school, some of my classes are with seniors.
Yeah,
really,
Really.
And with all the programs they have now, there's something that you will love to do that you can further your career and come out of college or come out of, even if it's the Mountain Home ASU, here in Mountain Home, and be able to make more money at what you love to do. So.
And boy, isn't that the thing? Is like finding that perfect connection of where our passion is and making sure that the work that we do is something that we're passionate about. I mean, that's part of why we're smiling all the time at the food bank is we absolutely love giving back to the community, making sure that people that are hungry have ability to see access to food and have access to food, and making sure that people are headed in the right direction. So our Move Up to Independence program encompasses all of these classes, SNAP outreach, and all these kinds of things. And so it's like we want to make sure that our folks that we're in relationship with, giving them food and making sure they have plenty to eat, also have a path to success for their lives. And that's different for every person, but it gives us a great place to say that, hey, this is our foundation of who we are and how we work. And when I'm passionate about that, I'm going to do a whole lot better at my job. And so that's the same thing with those guys that are welding or whatever that passion is. Follow that and make it your livelihood.
Do you think that the cell phone and some of the stuff like on YouTube, anymore, it's just like, I'll just check it out on YouTube, I was sitting there thinking, well, Scooter was talking, back in about 1982 or 83, a friend of mine had about a 68, 69 Chevy truck. Engine was bad. Well, he'd rebuilt an engine and we were going to put it in. How long do you think it took to take one engine out and put another one in a 68 Chevy? 3 hours.
Really?
3 hours. We pulled it in at 6.
Did you know that answer?
No.
Neither. I was waiting for you.
It was a trick question.
We actually pulled out a 350 and dropped an old 327 in it. 3 hours. We had 3 guys. We had 2 impact guns, 3 guys, 3 hours. By 9 o'clock, the engine was running. He was driving down the road. We'd mop the floors, cleaned everything up, locked the doors. 3 hours. You can't do that nowadays. People pop the hood. Where do you start? And what I'm trying to say is we've kind of lost that shade tree mechanic type stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah. I can remember Dad had an old Ford pickup when I was a kid, and an antique at that time even. But I was able to sit inside the hood of the car between the wheel well and the engine while he was working on it, and he'd change the oil or whatever it was. I lift up the hood of my car now and I can't even tell you where to change the oil or check the oil. I mean, there's just too much in there.
Things have changed, no doubt.
Yeah. So.
But the lack of vocational technical schools, I was working the Curtis Coleman campaign back, I think it was 2012, and he come up with a stat claiming that in 1978 there was like 40 technical training schools in Arkansas, and by the time of that election there was 3 in the state. And I think we've just kind of let plumbing and house wiring and HVAC and auto mechanics just kind of go by the wayside.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was a trend, like I said before, and like Scooter mentioned too, that, you know, there was that path that it was in college and getting a degree and moving on, and a lot of that tech stuff wasn't there. And I think now we're seeing that kind of swing back the other way.
I hope.
Yeah.
And like one of our best success stories is a young lady, Marion County, I believe, is where her home was at the time, but she went through our Getting Ahead class, appreciated that Getting Ahead class, got involved in, and ready to work at ASU, then went on to the tech center to do the welding program. And I know her and her mom came to a meeting, this has been a year or two ago, but her mom said, look, I didn't know what was going to happen with her. Now she's welding. She's had several promotions. Good. And she actually makes more money than I do, you know. And so it's like finding that perfect niche for folks, helping them realize what their passion is, and helping them kind of, you know, go through the processes or the steps to get there. And what better thing to do? I mean, she graduated through that welding program. She's making some money and living the life she wants to. And she doesn't have the debt. She doesn't have the worries of going through a college program that wasn't for her, all that kind of stuff, you know. And so as we go through these programs, if we have the opportunity to match you up with the things you're passionate about and the path to get there, man, that's the deal.
Do you see people that have self-esteem that's so low that they have the fear of failure embedded in them so far that they can't, in other words, they can't crawl out of that hole?
Yeah, so
You know what I'm trying to say?
Immediately when you said that, a young man from Marshall came to mind, and he walked into the line, and I'm going to guess he was mid-20s, walked up to the line and said, I need help, would not make eye contact with me, was obviously bothered by the fact that he was there to ask for someone to help him feed his family. It was him and his wife and a couple of children. He had never done that before, and
he was ashamed.
He was ashamed. And that pride and that shame and that insecurity gets in the way of people asking for food or asking us to help them navigate through the training programs that are out there to get the paperwork process. To, you know, there's a wall of paperwork between you and any service that you want to apply for. And so finding someone to let down that pride, let down that shame, and say, I need help, is sometimes hard. And that's when you just got to pick up and say, hey man, this is what we're here for. We're family. You know, like really, we're all family. And so if you're my brother, let me work with you and see what I can do to help you make it, because we're all in this together. A rising tide raises all the boats. That's not exactly how that's said, but you know, when you're doing better, I'm doing better. And I want to make sure.
So how do we get, let's take young girls. You know, they may not look like that girl on the Cosmopolitan magazine, or, you know, how do you make sure that they know their self-worth? I mean, you know what I'm trying to say here? It's just...
I'd maybe defer to Angela on that one, because I'm not a girl and don't have
I know.
So what do you see in young women? I mean, how do we make sure, and they may not be a model in a magazine, but yet, you know, it's like, you get compared sometimes. And I know this is rural Arkansas. We're not St. Louis or Chicago or New York City, and they're not walking those what are the walkways of modeling.
Yeah, I think it's probably a fine line, and it probably starts very young.
Really,
you know, society, watching TV. You know, you think you need to be something else, but I think that goes back to the finding something that drives you.
Yeah,
and then once you find that will give you the self-esteem to further yourself.
Yeah. Creating strong women is a tough thing. I remember a Facebook post that you had where one of your daughters and your husband were up underneath the car changing the oil.
Oh, yeah.
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 And the importance of showing young ladies that there are multiple things to do. And
you don't have one role.
Right.
You know,
but
we're all in this together.
If I know how to do that, don't degrade a woman for not.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, and I think there's, you know, he's going to be degraded because I don't know. Well, there's things she can do, like sewing a button on a shirt.
Yeah.
I got to pay somebody to do that because I don't know. You ever?
Well,
can you sew a button on?
Yes, I can. By the way,
I can.
We'll come to you.
No, I mean, and it's funny you bring that up, because I do want to mention that, because you talk about the socket on a lamp.
Okay.
And how, you're so amazed that people don't know how to do that. You don't know how to sew a button on. See, everybody's got their own thing
Little niche.
that
Exactly.
they never had to deal with.
Right.
And to them, it's a big task. Sewing a button on, you're like, I can't do it. I got to take it in. To you, that's a big task.
Yeah.
For
It
another
is.
person, it's like, I can't believe they can't do that.
Sure.
It's just how everybody was brought up, what they have done in their past. And, it's amazing to hear you say that, because to me, sewing a button on,
No big deal.
It's no big deal. I mean, that's
the same thing that
it's an uphill
happens.
battle.
When we teach our Bridges Out of Poverty classes, we talk about what the skill sets of the people living in poverty, people in middle class, and people in the wealth class. And so one of the things that we don't realize is that poverty folks that have grown up in poverty, maybe they're generational poverty, those folks are incredible problem solvers. They deal on a daily basis. How do I fix the problem that I've got that I'm dealing with? They're also probably better with their finances than any of us in middle class ever thought about being. And that sounds odd, okay? But now follow me. They will be able to tell you to the penny how much they owe and who they owe it to and how much is owed to them and who owes them. And those of us in middle class have several bills that are just automatically drafted out of our account. I can't tell you what my gas bill was last month. I don't have any idea. So there's certain skill sets that happen in different classes of economic classes, and we forget that those of us in middle class forget that these folks that are living in poverty have a whole lot to offer us if we would include them in our programs, not just to be trained, but also to train us. Now we're talking, because we can get somewhere.
Before we go on break, because I know we need to take a quick break, I'm going to blow your mind here real quick, and then something to think about before we go on break. That dollar you were talking about, that's 77 meals.
Yeah.
But that same dollar is going into their programs and going into the other stuff. Their focus initially is somebody's without food, give them food, but that's a temporary fix.
Yeah.
They also have programs for a long-term fix.
Yeah.
When you talk about getting people in where they can learn how to cook at home on a very small budget and nice healthy meals, also to help them learn some skills and communications and different things that's going to help them get back out in the workforce.
That's a good point.
I mean, it's their goal is a long-term fix, and that same dollar that's supplying that 77 meals is also supplying the programs that it's going to help them to prevent them from being in this predicament again and help them in the long run.
Very good point.
So
now it's break time.
It's break time. I just wanted to say that.
Good point. Thanks.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the Pie Lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area. Sure.
It's almost 7:55, closing out the show with Jeff and Angela here talking Bridge Bash, Food Bank of North Central Arkansas. Recap real quick, and then we'll follow up with some other things. This is the 9th season for Bridge Bash. It's at ASU this Saturday. Starting time is
10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. All right. And what have we not covered that Angela and Jeff we need to talk about?
Tell us about all the things that happens this week.
A whole day of fun. So the opening ceremonies will start at 10 a.m., but we've got a few things they're going to kick off starting at 8 a.m. that morning. The early registrations for the Bago, the 5K early registration will start that morning. The kayak race down under the bridge on the Cotter River, or the Cotter Springs. The Bridge Bash rides show registration car show starts at 9. Is that correct?
I think so. Disc golf, all those kind of events are doing registration and getting kicked off a little earlier. But then from 10 to 7, we've got this amazing lineup of people on the stage. So you've got gospel and Christian music in the morning. What is it? The Cowgill family.
Annie Tanis, Hannah and Hannah will sing.
Daybreak Quartet's going to be there. Patient Eyes, the Katie Lady Project in the afternoon. Yep. And then Dan Smalley. Right before Dan Smalley sings, we're also going to bring Lori Gregory up on stage. She's going to draw for that necklace that folks have been getting tickets for. About a $3,300 diamond necklace. So there's still opportunities this week if you want to get out into the community and get those tickets. Let's see, Bookworms Cafe has them, KTLO, Pete's Cleaners, Back in Balance, a whole slew of different places. Of course, at Gregory Jewelry, you can pick it up there as well. But you want to get out and get those tickets. We'll also be selling those on the day of the event. The meal packaging happens. We've talked about that a little bit earlier today.
There's a great auction. We have a ton. We have like $10,000 worth of live and silent auction items that day. So come out and check those out. They're on our Facebook page, facebook.com/backslash Bridge Bash.
There you go.
Say that 3 times.
I know.
There's in that auction. There's everything from $15 items to $5,000 trips to Costa Rica. Wow. There is a dinner for 8 with Dr. Bob Cogburn and Estella Tolgren. That's been a famous dinner that they do over the years for different nonprofits. We've got that this year. Horse racing trip to Hot Springs. Razorback basketball, football, and baseball tickets. The basketball tickets is the box seats for the Entergy. So
wow.
Wow.
That'll be a nice
Which
trip.
football and baseball?
You pick. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So the McLean Farms family and then Entergy, you'll work with them together to pick your weekend works for you, and the weekend that works for you and the weekend that works for them as the donor.
Pretty cool.
Yep, there's a kids corner. Bring the kids. It's all free. There's going to be a dunk tank. There's going to be a dog show, dog costume dog show.
I go every year, and let me tell you, it is a blast going.
Oh, yeah.
And I encourage everybody, just grab the family, go out, and you're going to have a fun day. Don't eat before you go.
Yeah, there's a ton of food.
Plenty of food there. Yep. And keep in mind, every dollar you're spending there is to help somebody else.
Yep.
So it's worth.
A long way with
you're going to go out and eat. You're going to go out and do something. Might as well go there and make those dollars mean something.
Listen to some good music.
Yeah.
Bring
fun.
Bring a camp
a few
chair.
meals. Look at some cool cars. Whatever you want to do.
Yeah,
Fun.
it's a full day. Yep.
Bridge Bash coming up this Saturday, the 21st, ASU campus, right? It's out
right.
there in that lower field where.
Yep. Same spot as Red, White, and Blue is
Yeah.
typically. We're all out there. In fact, you can drive by now. There's already a stage and porta potties and tents up.
Yep.
So we're
You'll
starting to
definitely see
build
it.
our city as of yesterday. So
You're going to be busy between now and Sunday.
yeah, we'll work.
Final thoughts, 30 seconds. Jeff, Angela, thanks for being here.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thank you. And thank you to our community.
Mhm.
We simply cannot do what we do without the strong support of our community. We believe at the food bank that communities working together can solve our own problems. And the problems of poverty and hunger are serious in Arkansas, serious in our region. And we're working in the right direction to make a change in that.
Very good. Well, Scooter, what do you say? Going to be fun.
I'll be there. I go every year. I enjoy it.
Yep. That wraps it up. Thanks for joining us today. Everybody have a safe, happy day. See you tomorrow.
Thank you.